Be quiet!
Okay, this is... Oh, the Daily MoJo introduction test.
Yes, that one.
This is take one.
All right, go.
Rise and grind, truth seekers. It's the Daily MoJo, where Brad Staggs and the savage producer Ron torch the headlines with unapologetic fire, biblical backbone, and comedy that hits harder than your first black coffee. No filters, no fakes, just raw reality, served hot. Buckle up. We're exposing the Empire's illusions, one fearless rant at a time. And now, the MoJo master himself, Bradley J. Staggs.
I don't know. I have some questions. Number one, I know that you, Ron, requested that he refer to you as savage.
Did I?
I don't think that works.
Okay.
I don't think it works. And the original line was that it hits harder than your first black man. And then they changed it to your first black coffee.
Yep.
And I think we go back to it hits harder than your first black man.
So you're going to change savage and black man. What do you got against black
savage,
men?
I don't, nothing. That's why I want to honor them. I mean, I put that in harder than your first black man, and then instead of harder than your first black coffee.
Yep.
But the savage thing.
That's just not me. I'm not a savage.
And he didn't really give it the savage twist that you were asking for.
That's not what
I don't know that we do have anything that we can get. I'm just not sure we can go that direction with you. Is what I'm trying to save you, and I'm trying to save you without embarrassing you. All right, so if we're all set here, my clock stopped. Is it really? Yeah. Is it really 5 minutes till?
Yeah, we're live.
Huh. Hey, welcome to the Daily MoJo. This is, it's excellent. Yeah.
It's a great day.
It's a great, great day here in the United States of America, my friends. It's going to be a fabulous day. It is, I don't know if it is today or if this was yesterday. Hold on a second. John says, I'm really not digging the teal and magenta on the border. All right. Teal and magenta. All right, John, we're waiting for the check to clear.
Yep.
As soon as the check comes in for the new graphics guy, we'll have him do whatever you need. And John is sending how much money? John. I've forgotten. I don't remember. But I tell you, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. No, it is today. I believe. No, it was actually last Wednesday. And if you weren't in Jackson, Mississippi last Wednesday, when it was Kamala Harris Day in Jackson, Mississippi.
No, it wasn't.
It was Kamala, the former Democrat presidential candidate and she. They're trying just to keep this alive, just as part of the joke or not, but that she still might be running in 2028. She's still on the book tour. How is that possible? How is it possible she's still on the book tour for 107 days? That's the name of the book, not the tour. I mean, seriously, 107 days book.
Are we sure she's not doing the tour for 107 days too?
107 days became a major No, we did not. This is remember how they say AI lies?
Yep.
Friends don't lie. AI lies. 107 Days by Kamala Harris became a major bestseller in late 20. It did not become a major bestseller, did it?
Those are the only 350,000 people that voted for her.
Selling 350,000 copies in its first week, becoming the year's best-selling memoir. Don't forget that you can. Let's say that you have a lot of money. You're somebody. You're either a limousine liberal or you're just a wacky old conservative, and you've got a lot of money, and you can get the books at whatever the cost is, $5 a book. What's it cost to print a book? The actual hard cost, $5 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So you got 350,000. You got 1.5. Ish, less than 1.5 to buy. If you It's actually genius. I'm sure it's been done before, and I'm sure I'm not the first person to think about it. But you just go out there and you buy 350, 400,000 copies of the damn thing at wholesale or at cost, and you've become an instant bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list, right?
You buy them yourself and then resell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that that's what she did, because I know that a lot of people wanted to hear what she had to say in her book that she didn't write. Chronicling her 2024 presidential campaign after Joe Biden's withdrawal. I don't ever want to hear those words again. With strong initial sales, placing it high on bestseller list and prompting further printings. Sure it did. Number 1 on the New York Times. We were dropped. In any event, she's in Jackson, Mississippi last week for the book tour, and the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, stood on a stage and uttered these words, and I quote, "Kamala, you don't know what you mean to Jackson, Mississippi. You don't know what you mean to Mississippi. You don't know what you mean to America. In recognition of your many, many firsts, in recognition of all all of the accomplishments that you have made." Okay, here's a challenge. List 1. Anybody in the comments? List 1. I signed a proclamation declaring January 14th, 2026, Kamala Harris Day in Jackson, Mississippi. That is, we need you now more than ever, the mayor added as he presented her with the key to the city of Jackson during the event.
They just hadn't reached their charity donation thing yet.
Is that what it was?
So, yeah, they wanted to kick it off with that.
Name one accomplishment. Well, just one, said one person in response to one of the tweets on the Twitter. You'd have to ask Willie Brown. Wow. Wait, what did she and Willie do? For her part, she appeared to take the acclaim of the crowd, and the mayor of Jackson is no less than her due. And she has said that. And she was right when she said a lot of people said I was perfect for the job. Remember when she did that interview, and she was being factually correct. Hobo Joe says, if you're on Santa's naughty list, you will get Kamala's book. I think I'd rather get coal. Just saying. Julie, for those of you under 100, used to be getting coal in your stocking at Christmas used to mean you were a bad boy or girl.
And I'm thinking coal would go a lot farther in the fireplace than her book.
I was going to say, well, that's possible. Julie says, am I not allowed to post here? Of course you are. And Wombat Mommy, I think America spoke and told her what they thought of her. That is, why do y'all hate black women so much? I don't understand it. It just does. It hurts. It hurts me deeply in a place that I shouldn't even mention, to hear you talk about her in that way. It was overnight. I don't have all of the details yet, but it was overnight in Spain that a high-speed train derailed in Spain. 39 people were killed. They're obviously using something to break out the windshield there. There is no audio on this. It cuts in the middle of it, so when it does, please don't be scared. But trains lately have not been... I'm anticipating the audio cutting in. Sorry. It's making me nervous. It's putting me on edge. But this was in, there it goes. That would be horrific, especially if it was in the middle of the night that the thing went off the rails. Don't know exactly what happened yet. Julie says maybe my post was vulgar, referring again to the chat room, or was about Don Lemon. We have news of Don Lemon in just a moment.
I wonder how fast that thing was going when it flipped.
It doesn't. The train doesn't look like it's in all that bad a shape, really. It's just when you are going at a high speed, no pun intended, and you come to a stop. That's the thing the other thing they teach you in traffic school when they used to teach you the good movies, the ones, the really gory ones, is the fact that there are 3 collisions when you have an accident, when you run into something. What are the 3 collisions?
You hitting it hitting you back.
That's
I don't know. Equal
your
and opposite
vehicle hitting
reaction.
something, another object. That's the first. You hitting your vehicle because
yes,
you're two
yep,
separate things.
yep.
And the third thing is all of your internals hitting the inside of you. That's those are the three
Makes sense.
the three impacts on when you get into an accident, and that's where a lot of this obviously happens. Even if you don't have anything on the outside of you that looks bad, the internals of what you were doing don't look good at all, and can be really bad for you as well. Here we go. Speaking of really bad, this is Don Lamon in Minnesota. Because the only reason I even knew about this was last night I was watching, I don't know what I was looking at, something on YouTube, and I saw out of the corner of my eye
Do you mind if we talk to you?
that Don Lamon was trending on the X.
I thought you said no.
So let me, before he asks his inane question and gets really condescending, he is in Minneapolis and he is at a church with a group of protesters who are disrupting a church service yesterday. And so Don's out there. He is making. He's pretending to be a journalist by hanging out with all of these protesters out in the parking lot of the church, and they bust in on a church service, and what could possibly go wrong?
What I'll tell you is that there are varying arrays of views on the political situation here. That's what I'll tell you.
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to leave it at that. But there's.
Don, the name Don begins with D. So does Dick, douchebag. I can't think of what a scumbag. What an absolute, and you know what he's, what? I'm just asking questions of people in a church. I just want to get their opinion.
Varying array of views in this church on politics of immigration. Right. Recognize the complexity of the issue.
Yeah. Some people don't like what's happening. Some people like it.
I'm not going to reduce it to that.
As an insider in the television and radio industry for the past 4 decades, I can tell you that what Don Lamon is doing is absolutely intentional, and he is every bit the douche canoe for doing it. You frame the question in such a way that you are making the statement for the person who is theoretically answering the question. Don't forget the Jeff Fisher chewing the fat rule. Just because someone puts a microphone in front of your face does not mean you need to say anything. And I'm not saying that the interviewee here said anything wrong. I'm just saying sometimes if you see it's Don Lamon and a microphone, you walk the other way.
I won't reduce it that simply, but we acknowledge the complexity of the situation.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you talking.
And then the false sincerity there at the end. Oh. I know it's not right to ask for lightning, but it would have been fun. Just not even a full bolt of lightning, just something that like caught Lamon by the elbow, maybe. Just shocked him really bad.
So I'm just going to be as respectful as possible. I'm not here
Lying sack of shit. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
to intimidate anybody.
You can't go like a second and a half without Don Lemon lying in this video.
Just here to chronicle and to get some answers and let people know what they've done.
You know, it's wrong, too, to want to see someone punched in the face. I realize that, and I'm sorry. I really am. Am I sorry? Because I don't know that I am. But it really isn't. Violence is not the answer. It's never the answer. However, when someone works as hard as Don Lamon does at trying to get you to want to punch him in the face, I think it deserves a little respect.
Yeah.
Just a little respect.
And they pumped the music up really, really loud. Here you heard the pastor. Some folks are praying back there. Do you see the guy with his arms stretched up?
It's amazing, Don. That's what you do, I don't know, in church. Some folks are praying. Thank you, Don. Thank you. You're obviously an excellent observer of human nature and human activity.
And they're praying.
Probably for ice and those animals.
But by the way, just so you know, this is what you get with independent journalism that you will not get with corporate media.
That presumes you're an independent journalist, dork.
Dork. There's another one. Dork.
Dork. Yeah.
Dick, which is technically, you know what a dork is. Don't say Don Lamon. You can't do that. That's not fair. Although you're right. But you know what a dork is?
No.
A whale penis.
There you go. Well, that's Don Lamon.
Of all people, I would have thought you would
Why would I know that?
You were the one who wanted Savage in your intro.
Oh, good.
I told you it wasn't going to work, and I remember the meeting where you said, I want to have Savage in the intro, and I'm like, I don't think it's going to work. It's going to make you sound a little too... You're like, I don't care. And who ended up being right? I hate to do this, but who ended up being right? You know how what a burden it is to be right all the time, Ron? Of course you don't. It's really, it's rough.
It's here to tell you. So if you're in the chat, if you're with us, support us. Support us. Support us. Like and subscribe. Become a member. Support independent journalism.
Did he just push that guy off because he didn't want him talking?
Yeah, he hates black people. I mean, it's
he is married to a white guy.
We are.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
he's married to Whitey.
We do it without fear or favor. I'm not afraid to do this. Like I told you, it was going to be raw.
I'm not afraid to walk into a church and interrupt their service. Oh, aren't you the warrior?
Unscripted.
How about you go to, I don't know, some Islamic country and go interrupt one of their church services? How about you try that? You pussy.
We got stuck in the snow trying to get here and to produce it in real time. Go here as soon as
they got stuck in the snow.
Oh. Look at Beavis
Probably
and Butthead
God,
back there.
God throwing down a few thumbtacks in front of their cars.
As we walked in, almost perfect timing, the protesters stood up. And so what is interesting is that the protesters...
Did he just flip us off?
Looks like it.
He did, didn't he?
Yep. There it is right there.
You little...
Just don't really like talking to corporate media that much. They like...
Whoa. Wait, hang on a second.
And almost perfect timing, the protesters stood up. And so what is interesting is that the protesters don't really like talking to corporate media that much.
What? The protesters don't really like talking to corporate media. What are you even saying? Does he even hear the words he's saying before they? No, he doesn't. Of course not. They love talking to the corporate media.
Chenzo is asking a great question. Why did they storm the church? I think I know the answer, but...
Well, what do you think the answer is? Because the reason they stormed it is because they wanted to storm the church and disrupt a church service.
Well, from what I understand, if this is the church I'm thinking it is, they stormed the church because apparently the pastor has ties to ICE.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. There's that. And... is that relevant?
That's right. Is it relevant? I mean, why would you storm the damn church?
I think you're right. I think this is that because how that. And honestly, my brain is not in full functioning gear, so I've got three things going at one time. Back to you on that.
They like talking to independent media, and they
he. Can he help himself? Because I don't know that he can. Wrong button. There it goes.
Tell us what they're going to do, and we just follow. Much as I did in the Capitol when Marjorie Taylor Greene got mad at me because I was there.
Oh yeah. This is where he says they tell us what they're going to do, and we just follow it. We had nothing to do with it. We would not have made a suggestion. Mm-hmm. The Department of Justice has now vowed to press charges against those activists. And he is yes, this is that particular church, the one with the
so they're going to press charges against everyone that came into that church as an activist?
I don't know how you would do that. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, they do if they're serious about it, which who knows. They would just use the same technology they used January 6th to
track phones.
Identify everybody. Yeah. But of course, they'll probably how would we find everybody?
doing journalism and reporting on what the protesters that went to her office did. She got mad at me and called me all kinds of names.
Doing journalism. He's so cute when he says stupid things, isn't he? Let's see here. It was a harmony. It was an investigative show. It was not public forum. It was a protest. Dismissed. The local Nikema Levy Armstrong, who participated in the protest, leads the local grassroots civil rights organization Racial Justice Network, dismissed the potential DOJ investigation as a sham and a distraction from the federal agents' action in Minneapolis, St. Paul. When you think about the federal government unleashing barbaric ICE agents upon our community and all the harm they have caused, to have someone serving as a pastor and who oversees these ICE agents is almost unfathomable to me. He added that, Nikema is apparently a chick. Nikema Levy Armstrong, she's also an ordained reverend. So there you go. Back to Don.
They don't like it when you confront them. They don't like it when you practice journalism. So anyways, but they're still in the middle of the church. And
what, Don? Seems like you're losing the wire. Did he just have a moment of clarity and is what are we doing here? We're in a church service.
There they are back there. And the music is so loud in here. I want you to show this, Mike. These guys are praying. They have their hands up.
He's apparently obsessed, and this must be a newfound discovery with Don Lamon, is that people in church pray. Who knew? That is so weird, right, Don?
And there you see, and look, this is a juxtaposition. This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what was the interesting thing? If these...
Oh, I can't wait. What is the interesting thing, Don, about looking at the protesters and then looking at the people who pray inside the church? I don't know. What is interesting?
Two groups could just get together. They might figure out what to do.
Huh. But with people like you who continue to, I don't know, divide, maybe. That's what you're doing, Brett. Am I? We merely point out the stupidity here of people like Don Lamon and what a moron he is. You make the choice. Lead or follow. Or get out of the way. 3 choices.
Instead, I don't know if the people here are interested in talking to the protesters, but
his douche canoery is not even subtle. He doesn't even have the good sense to make it subtler. He's just douche canoeing, and he's only doing it with half a paddle.
Perhaps they should come in, pray together, and talk together. But anyways, that's the middle of it. If I were the pastor, I would offer a prayer. I would try to calm things.
That's what I'm sure they're all hoping is for you to be their pastor, Don. That's what they need.
Down and say, listen, talk to you. We're all citizens. We're all believers and Christians. What do we do? Or if I don't know if everybody is, but everybody.
I get the impression Don's just in there yapping his chops. He doesn't know what he's saying.
That's Don Lamon on any given day.
Jeez.
He's made a career out of being divisive and divisive and being a douche canoe.
Everybody's a human being. Let's work together and talk about these things.
That is not what you want, Don. That is not what you want. Freebie 38 says, old Don Lem explains why the gas nasal has a... I don't know what a gas nasal is, but it has whatever the gas nasal is, it has a warning label on it saying do not insert into your mouth or... What's a rectum? Is Freebie 38 drinking this early in the morning? How many times have we had to have the conversation, don't drink, and then try to comment? It doesn't work. Or, I was going to suggest that you dictate to Siri, but she gets half that wrong anyway. Wombat Mommy Jeffrey Dahmer liked to eat dark meat, and Don Lamon likes to eat white meat. I hadn't even, thank you, I hadn't even really considered Jeffrey Dahmer in this conversation until just that minute. And now It's all I can think of. Thank you, Wombat Mommy, for that new one, because I don't know what I would have done without you. Been in a lot of pain, I suppose. Have you had your CBD yet today?
Not this morning. No.
Some people take it every day as a supplement. Some people use it only when they're in pain. Other people try to grow hair with it. I gave I think I said this. Gave the hair growth spritz, that right there, to Jeffy. So I don't know if he's going to use it. I think he said he started to use it. I don't remember what he said after that. And he's got bigger fish to fry right now. I hope he's at work at the other place, because he's in a lot of pain. He could use a prayer. A lot of pain. You know what I should have done? Nah. I was going to say, but that would have required effort on my part. If you are in pain, use the insensitive relief. It is fantastic. I think I gave him some. I know I did last time he was here. So let's see if he used that. He's got bad. Well, I don't know if he's gone into it. It's back stuff and it hurts. So anyway, if you are suffering from pain, if you are suffering from a general malaise, perhaps you're just jaundiced. Ever woken up jaundiced, Ron?
Not that I can recall, no.
You just let him sleep?
Yep.
See what I did there? Just let him. Sorry, I've got Don Lamon on the brain. In any event, go to getmojocbd.com. If you use the promo code DailyMojo, you'll get 40% off.
40, yeah. 40%.
You do that to me just to see if I'll screw it up, don't you? And then this one, you're going to get 18.5% off. And this one over here, it's 13. It's 40% off at getmojocbd.com, whether it's the pain relief product or the daily supplement, whatever you choose. Just remember to use the promo code DailyMojo, save 40%. That's simple. Get out of pain. Get on the freedom train. I'm writing that one now. Be off the pain, freedom train. GetMojoCBD.com.
Oh! Boots on the floor, coffee in hand, spin that dial, we start the band.
Boots, check. Keys, check. Attitude, check. We'll take it from here.
Sun comes up, headlines burn, mic goes live, we take our turn. Bradley J. Staggs laughing at the seams, talking big talk about big wild Daily Mojo. Bang that drum, chasing down that American dream. One job, one job, wrong. One job, wrong. Daily Mojo, beat that chest with our bro, we still believe. One job, wrong. We're chasing that American dream.
The Daily Mojo.
Daily Mojo.
Had an update on the goings on in Sheridan. You may remember the video from last week of the Sheridan police and basically they kept terming him a drunk individual. He was not drunk. He does look drunk, but he wasn't drunk. It turns out he was having a stroke, some sort of a brain issue, and there was a follow-up in Cowboy State Daily. This apparently happened a number of years ago. I think I updated this on Saturday morning, but he was at a bar that night prior to, and he had fallen and hit his head, and you can read about the whole thing over at Cowboy State Daily. But he says he's been 5 years sober. He's rebuilding his life. Looks like a different human almost.
Yeah.
And he's not filed any charges against either the police department or the emergency services department. They said, they had a phone call. He explained why he decided to share his story now. He said, I recently saw a video put out on YouTube about a 50-year-old postal worker died in jail in Minnesota in 24 due to the jailers ignoring him while he had a stroke. This made me realize that this is happening way too often in our country today, and the public needed to know about these kinds of incidents. He said he's not seeking financial compensation or a settlement. I never want this to happen to anyone else ever again. There needs to be proper training and education for police, sheriffs, jailers, and EMT personnel. Every one of these fields had something they did wrong that made my situation way worse than it ever needed to be. With a stroke, every second is vital. And somebody did, actually, Michael V sent me a note, and somebody else commented on the video. If they had taken him to his house, he would have died. I don't know. It's absolutely out there in the realm of possibilities. I was just pissed off that they just continued to treat him as an individual.
As a DUI, yeah.
As a DUI, it just seemed like they were chasing the DUI thing.
Or a WUI. I mean, because he was walking, he wasn't.
He didn't have a
driving.
urinary tract infection, did he?
Walking.
I mean, he
under the
may
influence,
have.
I don't know.
I saw another video on a dude in Florida who, I think it was Florida, but he had used one of those weed burners, the little torches.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And had killed the weeds or killed the grass in his front lawn, the front yard. But the police came and they tried to arrest him for arson. And it's like, huh? Somebody made the phone call. The cops show up. Turns out the backstory is this guy is a frequent writer of letters to the editor criticizing police.
Yeah.
So
there's that.
Not that they would ever do that. Not that police would ever keep your name on some sort of a list or anything like that where they made sure to harass. I'm sure that never happens. But turns out that he was one of those writers of letters and criticized the police often, and they tried to arrest him for arson. And they get they put him in the car. I mean, they're total dicks to him too. They put him in the car and in handcuffs. One of the cops finally talks to the fire chief, who explains to him, "That's not arson."
Oh no! It took him 7 hours to do the whole yard, and in 7 hours he couldn't torch the place.
And it was his place, and it wasn't a structure; it was weeds. And they didn't catch on fire. They just got sin. There's a whole litany of things that were just ridiculous. And it's irritating that stuff goes on. It really is. Back to blue. I know there are good cops. I wish that they would have a more positive effect on the dicks out there. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't they just be better? Just be better. That's all. Just be a little bit better. Here is another example of pop culture meeting the news cycle. And one could argue, is it too soon? Or is this just the... Let me play it and you decide. 3, 2...
Hello? Make it look like a tower. Why are you laughing, Ray?
Yep. Let that one sink in for just a little bit.
They hit the second tower. That kid.
Now, neither one of those, obviously the kid has not been alive.
No. And she
since
probably
that
hadn't
happened.
either.
I was going to say probably not her either. So in the answer to the question, when can you start doing bits and things on a huge tragedy, is I would guess 20 years is about the rule of thumb. Remember, at some state fairs and theme parks, we have the giant inflatable slide of the deck of the Titanic, where you can climb all the way up to the top and get on a little and slide down the deck of the ship, and into, well, in this case, you're just hitting the ground, but all of those people who did that and died. So how far are we away from having at a state fair the giant Twin Towers structure set up, and you go to the top and you bungee jump off of it?
Yeah.
Because it's coming. It's just a matter of when. And I'd say we're now in that window. Probably another 10 years they'll get around to that one. But fascinating to me that these things happen and work their way into culture as quickly as they do. I was also, speaking of the law, here's another one. And do you ever watch lock picking videos? They
no, can't say that I have.
fascinate me. Lock picking videos. I've always wanted a lock pick set. Ask me why.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, when you remember back you'd watch cop shows back in the 70s and 80s, whatever, 60s, and they'd go to a door and they'd take out two things.
Yep.
They'd stick one in.
Yep.
They'd say, click. And now knowing how those things work, you're like, well, that's not what they did, but it looked cool, when they get in there. But this guy,
now I've seen these videos where he'll take any lock and just show you how to bust it open. It's just
McNally Official is the name of this guy's channel. This is a apparently they call this an unbreakable or unhackable lock. Apparently, all you have to do is take this little screw out of the side of this particular padlock and give it a few whacks with a hammer. No, just your hand.
wow.
Seems a little, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like that would be a very effective lock, but that's just me. Well, that's a lot of work. Specialty tool. Is it a specialty tool or is that just a screwdriver you can get from Home Depot? Or does it actually come with a lock? This same guy was the one that got sued by Proven. Is it Proven? I think the name of the lock is Proven. Where the hell did it go now? But he did a whole bit on how you can pick into this lock or hack into this lock. It's one of those, you see them on storage containers a lot that are supposedly you cannot get a bolt cutter in there to cut them off.
Is it that round lock? The round?
It is.
It's got the,
it has a round bolt. Where the hell did it go? I just had it plugged up here.
Huh.
There it is right there. It just has a different. So
$130 lock. Wow.
He gets sued by this lock company for saying that you cannot, for saying that you can hack into this lock with a drink can. They sue him. So he puts this video out.
Today I'm going to prove a lot of you haters wrong.
That you can easily break off one of our last pin locks, and today we're going to debunk that. We're going to put it through the ringer
and show you how much it can handle. So you can't play with me. We're going to quickly bypass these. There's just no way you're...
Is that an aluminum can? Oh, yep. Snap.
$130 lock.
Wow.
And you take the aluminum can and you just cut basically a little kind of a hook on the side of it. And they sued him, saying that he had somehow, I find that still frame, that he had somehow, I guess they show it exactly, that he had edited the video in such a way to make it look like you could do this, and that it wasn't really possible. And they tried to intimidate him, and so he ended up going on and making a whole video showing from start to finish how you take the can, you use tin snips, you cut this little sliver out of it, you insert it in, and the reason you use a can is because it has the natural curvature of the metal already kind of built into it, and you can open this lock that someone has spent obviously a lot of money for to try to. There's no such thing as an unbeatable lock, first of all. It's just locks are meant to keep honest people honest.
Yeah,
but
he
how pissed off
basically
would you
shoved
be?
that in there, and because it's curved, he just rotated it around that round shaft, and bam, out it pops.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And it's pretty incredible. And again, if you've ever been the victim of a professional thief, you sometimes credit where credit is due. The day that the four catalytic converters were cut off the truck here at the motel, I went out there, I was like, damn. I mean, I could see the red paint on the pipe, so I knew they used Milwaukee or Diablo blades. And I thought, This is a pretty, I mean, they did a clean job. I have to give them, and they did it obviously in very little time and with minimal noise. And then I watched some of the videos of them doing it, and they could get in there. If there's a couple of them, they get in there like 90 seconds and they're gone. They figure out how to do this stuff pretty well. But these locks, and again, once you get that lock off, you can hook up the trailer and take it wherever you want. They sued him for copyright infringement, for false advertising. They sued him for tortious interference with business relationships, unjust enrichment, civil conspiracy.
They went the wrong way with him.
Trade libel under Florida law, each cause of action based on a distinct legal theory and seeks separate non-duplicative relief arising from different forms of harm caused by defendant's conduct.
Yeah.
Lawyers, I mean, they just love this.
They should have hired him, is what they should have done. Because now, with all of that shit they just threw at him, he's just going to make it worse for him. Or he could.
Oh, he's done that. Yes. He's done just that. He has created another video, and that's the one I thought I had.
Is it that third one right there?
Is this it? Oh no, that's not. That one. No, this is a different one.
Oh, okay.
Get it open.
Looked like
this is a good
using
one
this
too.
butterfly comb, which it's not actually a comb; it's a jiggler. You can swap them out. Anyways, we're gonna stick it in, give it a few jiggles.
First of all,
gosh. It's a jiggler.
I don't even know what that little tool is, but I want one.
Yep.
I don't even know what I do with it. I know what I do. I go through every padlock that there is here and go, does it work on? Yep, works on this one too. It's just...
And this is what it looks like on the inside. This rod prevents the lock from opening, and the core prevents the rod from moving, unless it is turned, which exposes a cutout that allows the rod to get out of the way. Something has happened. We have encountered another rod. The purpose of this rod is to serve as a retaining pin to prevent the sliding bolt from falling out. Because it is backed by a spring, a shim can be inserted to bypass the retaining pin. The lock has already been opened, and this step is not really necessary.
First, we need to get it open.
Wow.
To do that,
Use a jiggler.
And the effortlessness with which...
Using this butterfly comb, which it's not actually a comb, it's a jiggler. You can swap them out. Anyways, we're going to stick it in, give it a few jiggles.
That's faster than when you open it with the key. Because you jiggle, the key itself, you have to like get in there just right. That thing's got all kinds of slop in it. And that's how easy it is to pick padlocks. And they have big meetings, and they have guys in committees that draw and come up with designs and spend hours and hours and charge hundreds and thousands of dollars. This is how we're going to do the next lock that no one's ever going to be able to. And then this guy comes, and they hate him. They hate him for doing it. Let's see, what was the other? McNally has published a video. Personal jurisdiction is proper under Florida long-term statutes. What was the don't buy from Florida man should be a bumper sticker. It is just amazing what these companies, like you said, how they can be that dumb and to stick their foot not only in their mouth but all the way down their throat and like into their intestines. They're just stupid. Opposite end of the spectrum, Phil Bell.
This is Phil Bell on the Daily MoJo with your morning update. I have a question for you liberals out there. You guys claim to really care about illegal aliens. Well, you claim to care about people, and so you bring them here as illegal aliens. Now, if you guys actually cared about the people who you say are being oppressed or having a hard situation and they need to come to the United States, you would go to their countries. You would get some people together, get some money together, get some resources together, and you'd go to places like Honduras and Chile and so forth. And you would help prepare them to come here legally. You would help them put together their application. You would help them to prepare by having an opportunity at a job. You would help them to get skills and the credentials that they need to not only get legal admission to the United States, but to succeed once they get here. But it's kind of strange. You all won't do that. You just won't. Sure, you'll, point your car at a federal agent and drive toward him. But would you actually help one of the people who you claim to care about so that they could come here and be just as much a part of our society and not have to look over their shoulder every day, just like you don't have to? No, you won't do that. Not at all. In fact, as far as I can tell, you never really have. The only thing you did do is a few years ago during the Biden regime, you'd have liberal lawyers advise people how to come here illegally, putting them in harm's way, making it so that they could never actually come here and grow and thrive, making it so they'd always have to look over their shoulders. It's actually pretty sickening if you think about it. So I want everybody out there, next time you see a crazy liberal going on and on about how much they hate ICE and how the illegal aliens are just really nice people and all they need is a break and so on, I want you to ask that person what it is that they did if they went down to Honduras or Brazil or Chile or even Mexico and helped them to come here legally. And then when they tell you no, but stop them and ask them why they can't be bothered to do that. What I also want you to do is leave a comment under the show and download the Daily Mojo smartphone app and enable notifications. That way you'll be up to date on the latest craziness and good stuff coming out of Washington, D.C., and you'll know how to share it with others. Stay sharp, stay strong, and stay free right here on the Daily Mojo.
Before you go, remember to hit that like button if you agree with Phil. If you don't, let us know why in the comments below and share it with the world. Phil Bell's Morning Update is exclusively on thedailymojo.com.
Sun's burning down on this 9-to-5 grind. Clock's ticking slow like it's messing with my mind. Boots scuff the floor, feel the weight of the day, but that whistle's gonna blow and I'm on my way. Almost Friday, I can taste the night. Cold beer in my hand, stars shining bright. Got a fire in my chest and my head held high. Almost Friday, feeling so alive.
You know where to find us. TheDailyMojo.com.
You know what I need are longer arms? Or maybe a third arm. A third arm. Again, if we could all choose where to have a third arm protruding, because that would be key. It's like, poof, here's your wish. You have a third arm and it's like growing out of the left side of your butt.
Nope.
That would be absolutely of no use. Well, okay, it would be of some use, but you'd still end up having, I mean, when you'd have to have your chairs specially made, and that would be no fun.
Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not. So
Middle of your forehead.
Here is middle of the forehead, the best place to do it.
Yep.
Especially like in an accident, since we're talking about accidents, because if you start to go forward, that middle, right there in the middle of your forehead, it instinctively reaches out, grabs the steering wheel before you hit it with the rest of your head. Huh?
I got you.
Huh? Huh? Savage. Savage. Speaking of savage, listen to this woman confess to committing all sorts of crimes, federal crimes.
It's January 17th, and I'm coming out of Minneapolis right now with two small wins today. One, Jacob Lang, the leader of this like little pro-ICE rally in downtown Minneapolis.
Date, don't marry.
Didn't go so well for him today. Small numbers, they kept getting cornered in downtown, and then a very friendly Minnesotan gave him a nice super soaking, drenching him head to toe in water, including his little cotton gloves and cotton hat. For reference, it's 13 degrees here in Minneapolis today. He got so cold, he began asking Minnesotans for help, which of course they did not give him. Last I heard, the Minneapolis Police Department was pursuing him in his red Ford Dart somewhere in South Minneapolis. This leads me to my next small win. Today in South Minneapolis at the Arco gas station on Lake Street, a convoy of 4 vehicles filled with ICE agents pulled up on a man man pumping gas, and arrested him, threw him in the back of one of their vehicles to abduct him when we got the call for this ice sighting. Within minutes, we had 20 to 30 observers on foot and in vehicle, myself included. I posted a video on my page where we showed up and we overwhelmed these ICE agents so much that they let this detainee go. Now, my video does not include this detainee's face or his vehicle as a means to protect him further, but it's working, you guys. It's working. And I know that dozens of arrests are happening in the metro area every day, but dozens more would be happening if it wasn't for the organized way that my community is showing up to stop these ICE agents. And we're scaring them. They are scaring us, but we are scaring them right back. We have to keep going. It is.
Nose ring theory still holds up. It's always the crazy liberal white women have the nose rings in, right? I don't think that necessarily translates to nose studs. I think it's just the nose ring.
Yep, I agree.
Because I know people with studs in their nose, which I have to ask them each time I see them, don't you get boogers caught on that thing?
Nasty.
Because tell me I'm wrong.
No,
you've got
absolutely not.
Thank you. How do you do that without getting boogers caught on? But that's, hey, whatever. To each his own. But yeah, she's out there. They're just so proud of themselves for standing up for the criminals, rapists, and thieves. Is she an agent of some other organization? Is she, she's an agent of chaos. There's no doubt about that. But what is her real motivation? What does she, and any of these people, hell, she could be a Republican. She could be a never Trump Republican who just wants to make sure that this whole situation backfires in Trump's face. Because remember, what the goal of what these ICE raids and what ICE is doing is to get people out of our country who have committed crimes. They haven't stolen it. They're just trying to make it. Okay, if they outstayed there, if they're not supposed to be here, if they don't have a legal status for being here, if they have broken the law then they are lawbreakers. They would be criminals. And how else do you fix this problem? We've tried the amnesty thing, twice? Reagan did it and Obama, right? I think. Which just goes to show you it comes from both sides. We've tried it twice. That doesn't work. You got to get rid of them. There's no other way to do it. You've got to get rid of them. You have to get them out of the country. And you have to at least try to clean out the pool before you let people get back into the pool.
Yeah, she'll be visited again. She posted that shit on social media. She'll get visited.
Yes. Yeah. One would hope. But although there was a person on social media, and I even commented on it, and she was a lefty. Is that up in here on my thing? That's a good question, Brad. Damn straight it is. And I don't think I must have, no, it's not on my feed. Anyway, it's a woman who was, who gets a knock on her door because she said, the comment was something to the effect on Twitter of, I hope when Caroline Levitt gets what she deserves, that it gets broadcast on public television or whatever. All right. I mean, it's nebulous enough. She didn't say gets killed, gets raped, gets anything. She just said, oh, I know we're back on YouTube. And if you say the R word, and I don't mean retarded, they can sometimes block you. So that may have, let's see if our honeymoon is still on. But she didn't say what Caroline Levitt deserved. But anyway, the Secret Service reportedly showed up at her house and asked her questions. I don't think that was right. Because was it an implied threat? I don't even know. Was it that? I don't know. But does that deserve an investigation from the Secret Service? Kind of a waste of resources. And then, of course, they did the questions being asked of this person were things like, do you go to protests? None of your damn business. How's that? How about...
is this the video you saw of the Secret Service agent standing on the front porch talking to her? You can't see her, but you can see him.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw it this weekend too.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I don't like the questions.
He was being overly nice, and I know why he was doing it. He had to be because he knew he was being filmed. But he was
or maybe he's just a nice guy, and that's the way he always operates.
And you could tell in his demeanor he did not want to be there.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
All I know is that the questions he asked, I wouldn't have answered. That's all I can tell you. It's like, blow me, get off my porch. Would you have answered them?
Number one, he wouldn't have been at my house for that reason anyway. So, but had I been that type of
confident about
had
that,
I been that type of person, maybe I would not have answered him. Maybe I would have said, "Get off my porch."
So you're saying you would have answered?
No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not that type of person, so he would have never been at my house anyways.
Let's say they knock on your door for some because I would say that what she posted was kind of innocuous.
Yeah.
When Caroline Levitt gets what she deserves, I hope it's televised. What does that mean? She get an award? Okay. Let's say they show up at your house for just some.
And he specifically says we usually don't investigate veiled threats.
It's not even a veiled threat.
That's what he called it.
I know that's what he called it, but would you consider that a veiled threat?
When she gets what she deserves,
Mm-hmm.
I hope they televise it. Yeah, I don't know if that's the exact words that she used, though. Let me see if I can find them.
So Libs of TikTok just posted, why hasn't Don Lamon been arrested yet? I don't give him, well, maybe they will. Maybe they'll finally arrest Don Lamon. What would they arrest him for? Being a dork?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we got the Nick Sorter video. While you're looking for that, I've got the Nick Sorter video. He's up there in Minneapolis, and they're filming in his car, and the following happened.
Hey! What did she just do? She fucking. Hey! What did she just do? She fucking.
She took his cameras, but I don't think his phone, camera, but a camera device.
Oh, Nick, yeah.
And he goes over and he's trying to get it.
She took Nick's camera.
And that's Nick trying to beat on her door and get his camera back.
She just stole Nick's camera.
I'm trying to decide, would I do that trying to go after my camera? And I probably would.
Tell her to give him the camera back.
I probably would, mainly because it's $1,000 camera. It's my camera. And I want it back. Plus, there's some pictures on there I may have taken I don't want anybody else to see. So shut up.
They just stole my camera. Right out of your hand while you're in the car? That's what the fuck you wanted, right? That's the fuck you wanted, right? That's what you did. Man, listen, motherfucker. Get the fuck up out of here. My daughter.
Tell me you want to be punched without telling me you want to be punched, which is exactly what they want.
They do. That's exactly what they want.
Aren't they the same people who are bitching that ICE agents wear masks? Asking for a friend.
You fucking coward.
By the way, language.
Bitch, you have to leave. Be the mouthpiece for fucking coward. You motherfucker. Get the
No, this guy doesn't look like a cusser, does he? I mean, when you see that one kind of surprised me right there. It's like, oh. But again, my opinion's always been if you're focused on the words, just because it's a bad word, you're missing the point.
fuck out of here. $1,000 bitch. You fucking coward. You're a fucking coward, motherfucker. Nobody.
He's a really good instigator, and check her out in the background.
Yeah.
Liberal white woman back there. Look at they are the best entertainment. If the key to doing this is if you're going to go out there and be like Nick or somebody like Nick Shirley, Nick Sorter, either one, a handful of Valium beforehand, just because if I didn't do that, I don't know that I could keep myself in check. I'd like to think that I could.
Well, that's my problem. I'd like to think that I could, but I know myself well enough to know that somebody
be true.
Yep, to somebody getting in my face, cursing me, which I don't like in the first place, I would freaking unload on them. And I know that. That's why I don't put myself in those positions.
The fuck are you trying to infect that shit? Nobody stepped in. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. $1,000 for the equipment. Bitch, did you call 9? Did anybody call 911?
Let's hope they're not in Wyoming and they didn't call 911. Wait until you hear that story.
Have Kevin do it. You fucking Nazis. We got it all on video.
We're not Nazis.
Yeah, you fucking Nazis.
We're not Nazis and we're not racist. I condemn Hitler completely.
You fucking racist, bitch.
I condemn Hitler. All right, that's legit. Okay. So anyway, that's what they're dealing. That's what these. I thought. Wait, hold on a sec. Didn't Don Lamon say he was the only one on the ground doing journalism? Did Don Lamon lie?
Nick Sorter puts himself in so many predicament situations just because he wants to be out there doing that. And I understand it. I understand because he's getting the footage, he's getting the coverage. It is what it is. I just that's the thing. I don't know that I could put myself in there and still remain safe,
free, not on bail.
Yeah, not on bail. Could you?
I just said I couldn't.
Yeah,
no, because that would piss me off.
Yeah.
Misty 13 says they're just waiting and dying for the conservatives to come back at them. They want a war. Yeah, and especially since this dude is black. How can you tell with the mask on? Easy that no one's that tan in Minnesota without being black. Because otherwise,
I mean, let me ask you a question. Is there such a thing as hate speech?
It's a trap.
It is a trap.
Is there?
I mean,
can I say things hatefully, or do I? Yes. I mean,
the black
dude's
got freedom of speech.
I don't want to define it as a law saying you cannot say these words. But is what he's doing? It's instigatory speech. Yes.
Right. Is it being if he is being, what do you call it? What do you say? Instigatory?
I don't know. I made up a word. It's good though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's legit.
If he is being an instigator, can you respond to that?
You're so common.
Can you respond to that with like a pop in the face or the throat?
No.
Then it's
no.
not,
I don't think legally
then
you
it's
can.
Free speech, right? Even being an instigator.
You can't respond to any speech with a physical assault. Well, you can. You will be arrested and charged with. Technically, it's not assault. It's
but
battery
tell me where the line is, though.
That's verbal assault.
If he gets close to me and ends up touching me with this finger he's pointing in my face, can I break his neck? You see what I'm saying?
You can. Yes. Yeah, you can. It doesn't matter, and it doesn't even matter what's legal and what's not legal. It all depends on what you can prove in court.
I guess.
It all depends on whether or not you have a good attorney who can make people believe that by him pointing his finger at you, that set off your, I don't know, name your condition.
What was it the other day? We saw somebody with the bullhorn, had it right in the guy's ear with the siren going. You know what I'm saying? Is that seems to me like that's a different thing.
He clocked that dude twice.
Yep, he sure did.
He knocked him down the first time, and the second time the guy came at it, and he just, I mean,
he clocked two or three guys.
But I mean, you could see the lights go out in in Bullhorn,
he
dude.
Just froze.
And his body
went
went stiff, and he went. See if you can find that video because that is awesome. That one is awesome to watch. It really is. It's really.
By the way, she did say, when Caroline Leavitt gets what she deserves, I hope it's televised. That's what the words were.
She's up for an Academy Award. I hope when she gets what she deserves, it's televised.
Yeah.
What's threatening about that? That is not a threat. That's not even a veiled threat. That's just words. And you don't have the Secret Service go investigate that for shit's sake. This stuff is a whole lot more instigatory than the other is. And don't even start thinking that Don Lamon is instigatory. He's in sticka, but it's not in the Tory, if you know what I'm saying. And I think you do. I also want to remind you to download the Daily MoJo app, the smartphone app. Download that for your smartphone. Download that for your, progress for the new year? What's the latest on the Android people that we don't care
Well,
about?
they tried to push the app a couple of days ago. That's what was causing the problem. Hence the problems that we were seeing last week with the app not updating with our show every morning is they tried to push the app and the permissions were blocking again. So we're still working with Google. It's not the app company that's the problem. It's Google that's the problem. And because we use Google G Suite, and if you don't know what G Suite is, it's Gmail and Drive
and it's hard to find.
Stuff. Those
it's really hard to
permissions
find.
Are not playing well with the permissions that our app software needs. By the way, I just texted you that. Oh, you got it. I see.
I know.
Okay.
But am I right though? The G spot is hard to find.
The G spot.
Did you say the G spot
is hard? It's difficult. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's difficult to find.
Have you ever tried it with a woman?
Yes. But why would you try it with a dude? Okay.
Oh, don't even go there. You think the dudes don't have a G spot? Really? You want to have that discussion?
No.
You sure?
No, because I'll find out stuff about you I don't want to know. That's
time for a hole.
The word is touche. Okay.
Hole.
If you're offended, you're listening wrong. The Daily Mojo.
Missy13 says, I got hit with a can of string beans during COVID.
A can of string beans? The hell?
Yeah, hold on, I got you one up on you there, Missy. I got hit with a plant once, a potted plant.
From across the room?
It wasn't too far across the room. I mean, it was 2 to 3, 4 feet away.
Please tell me it was one of the X's.
Well, who the hell else would it be?
Well, almost anybody in your life.
Who
Brad,
else is going to throw a potted plant? Oh, so are you telling me now you want to throw a potted plant at me? One of them threw a potted plant. The other one threw a cell phone at me.
Yeah.
I know how to pick them.
Yeah, this is an FAFO video. This one is.
Yeah, this is the guy that we talked about before our hole, and he's the bullhorn. Well, just see what you do in the situation. I said situation. Oh, where's the damn volume? Hold on.
Protests in Minnesota. You got anti-ICE people. All right, so this video is going viral. It is an ICE protest in Minnesota. You got anti-ICE people.
He's talking over the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know if he ends up playing it again. I just found it.
We're not. Yeah, that's not.
So
the
he's
one,
he's
political video. So don't get into your thoughts about politics. This is just pure hilarity. So the guy in the red jacket is just taunting, following around the guy with the flag.
Okay, he's not telling us. It's not. Yeah, this is no.
All
sorry,
right,
this is not the. This the whole point of the thing is the dude is walking around with a bullhorn right in the guy's face and doing this and just being like he's being worse than the annoying orange. And if you remember the annoying orange was really annoying, and that's what the dude with the bullhorn. John says he knocked 2 dudes out and planked another. He was giving out free naps. Yes. Freebie 38 says, hey, Brad, my dad isn't white and he isn't black in Minnesota. He's Italian. Oh. Look, we don't talk about Italians here on this program. Growing up, people used to ask what part of Mexico he was from, and his family is from southern Italy. And you know what they say about the southern Italians, right? Because I think you do. Hey, fondue.
Yeah.
Huh?
Fondue.
What?
I got it. I sent it to you.
You got what?
I got the one with the.
How come you can't play it over there?
Because it's not on the same machine that I was searching for. Sorry. Or searching on.
Oh, shit. It's Instagram. This is. You know who else hated Instagram?
Hitler.
Yes. And you know what? I agree with him. Because, all right, I got to hit play, and then I got to immediately hit
the volume.
Unmute.
Yeah.
So hang on. Here we go in 3, 2.
Right in his face, dude. Now, see, is that assault?
It's verbal assault, I would say. I mean, I think
he gets enough of it. He does. He gets enough of it. Boom! He took him out.
He's down for one, but then look, he goes over and takes a couple of other people, and
takes this guy out.
He dispatches this dude.
And then this guy in the jacket, this guy right here, there's the original one.
Before. Yeah, and here he comes. This is the best one right here. Boom.
Out.
Hey, guys.
Out.
That never gets old, watching that guy fall down like that. It just doesn't, because you just want to see him. I hate Instagram.
Hey, guys.
Gosh. That's worth another watch.
He's a lefty, though.
Yeah. Is he a lefty?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's freaking wailing on that dude with his left hand.
Come on, motherfucker!
Let me walk back over here and get some more of this.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, guys.
He really, I mean, he projected too. He telescoped his move, and dude still walked right into it. You just don't know what you're going to do in those situations.
I know.
Until you're in those situations. And
When
that's
blind,
the
look,
problem.
that's my problem. When blind fury takes over, I can't help myself. I've been in too many situations in my life where I can take so much shit until I can't take any shit anymore. And then all of a sudden, I start swinging like a girl.
I prefer when Nick Fury takes over. It ends up so much. I want to see him again, because the guy in the he didn't really connect with that dude, and it still set him down. All right, here he is, and bam!
Boom. Hey, guys.
It's just something very satisfying about seeing a douche canoe like that guy get laid out. And it's not right. And I don't know, human beings, this is a weird thing. If you think about human beings, we're very weird. We're very cool, but we're very weird at the same time. We pay to watch two grown-ass men get into a small little enclosure, 30 feet by 30 feet, and punch each other until one of them hopefully is unconscious. Well,
but even then they're doing it by the rules
on their face,
right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've got gloves on, and we give them a mouth guard.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're still paying to watch two dudes get, and then
even in like MMA or UFC, that's
MMA. That's the ultimate. It's like, because are there any rules in that?
I mean,
MMA?
there are to some extent. That's why you have a referee in the ring.
What?
With them. But I mean,
what's the like?
I don't know what the rules are. I don't know.
So you don't even know the rules.
Apparently, you can kick somebody and break their damn leg. I've seen that before. Missy 13 says. That's my problem too, Ron. That's why I stay at home. I tend to lose my shit too easily.
I thought you stayed at home because of the restraining order.
Well, no, that's not it either. John Klatt says blanked. Yep.
He really was. And
old man strength.
You know what it is? It's the here comes the dumbass about to meet his fate here.
And he walks right into it, dude. He walks right into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The dude telescopes his move, and like, did you not see him winding up for that?
He telegraphs his move.
Sorry, telegraphs. Yes.
Here he goes. Wind up and clock.
Boom.
Dude just locks up. That's so funny.
He takes his arm, and if you don't know the whole telegraphing thing, you see what he's going to do before he does.
I mean, his arm goes back to the South 40, folks, and he knows that it's about to fly in his face, but he walks right into it. Boom. And that dude just
the dude in red had tunnel vision.
Oh, yeah.
He had
was
total tunnel vision.
He's already been knocked down
mad.
once. He was pissed.
Yeah. You're not going to knock me out of again. But that is absolutely, if that dude at the beginning there is just all the way back to the beginning. God, I hate Instagram.
Yeah, see, that kind of shit right there. The dude held off longer than I would have. I'm thinking he would have held off. He held off longer than you would have too.
Well, he just touched him too. I mean, the dude with the bullhorn is touching.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Was there a second bullhorn in there?
That's a second bullhorn. Yes. Because that guy's I don't know. That guy's bullhorn.
Oh, he's bullhorning. Right. He's bullhorning just the crowd. He's like, hey, we. So all right. So just to be fair, because it was an equal armed contest, both of them had bullhorns.
Did the guy with the flag have one? Oh, he did. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He
that
had
was
one.
the
I see
other. So he was out there. So, and then, so then it becomes a question is how close can you get to someone with a bullhorn before it's assault?
That's a good question because that thing can hurt your hearing.
Our protagonist there is just as guilty as the antagonist would be of holding a weapon. It's all in how he used said weapon. And
I mean, the guy with the white bullhorn is not pointing it at that dude.
No, he's not. We don't know what happened before this, though. I have no idea what happened before this. But there's enough evidence there, I would think. But again, I don't trust the court system anymore. So really.
Oh, I'd love to know what happened to this guy.
I doubt anything, but.
Probably not. The cop probably showed up and just broke it up, if they even showed up at all.
A lot of these, I don't trust the court system because we know how infiltrated and how biased it is, even though it's supposed to not be biased. It's completely and utterly biased. And therefore you can't even go into court with a good argument with confidence, knowing that you'll win. Because, I mean, look at what they did to the president in New York. With the whole, Rebecca, or what the hell's her name?
Yeah.
Letitia James. I mean, which was why it was so bad, even if it was, I mean, that's what the people on the left don't understand, or the people who don't like Trump don't understand. We'll just call them the idiots for now. They don't understand that what they did to Trump set a precedent for what they can do to any of us, which is horribly dangerous, and it's now precedent. And they can use it against anyone. And then what happened to Letitia James? They brought her up on similar charges, right? And what happened to those? Dismissed.
Yep.
I mean, it's insane how unbelievably lopsided the justice system is. Wade Robertson, 44, says getting punched sucks. Yes. That's why I don't like fighting. It hurts. It doesn't hurt in the moment.
Correct. Yeah,
it hurts about 30 seconds later.
Nobody feels it immediately.
An hour later.
Yeah.
And several hours later, or the next day, your whole body hurts because you've been clenched. But I sure would knock the F out of some of these weak-ass liberals. I know, and Missy 13 says, I don't think of consequences. Holy crap, an honest woman.
That again, that's my problem. Is once I get to the blind fury, I don't think about the
moment of silence here. Hang on. From Missy 13. She just, a woman who said, I don't think of consequences.
Woosah.
She Missy 13 seems like somebody who wants a plant thrown at her, doesn't she? Someone close to me did it the other day. It was great. I don't want to know. Sir Rat Bastard, Minnesota has so many leftards in the justice system. It sucks. And just about anywhere now. You cannot trust the justice system.
Me and Missy 13 are one of a kind. She said, I see red. I don't like that about myself. I don't either. That's my problem, and I know it's my problem. Maybe that's why the good Lord made me colorblind, so I couldn't become a cop.
Can I tell you
I have to think about it.
Your other problems? I can give you.
What are my other problems, Brad?
Oh, I could hold on. Do you want
We've
to
been married long enough. Go ahead.
I have a whole data. Hold on a second. I have to pull up Excel. I sent Ron this video and I said, what kind of laser is this and where do you buy one? I don't even know if it's real.
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah.
Is that real?
I don't know if it's real or not, but I want one badly. Because that's cool.
What's it say there? What's it say on the laser?
It's probably telling you to wear goggles. That's what mine says. Yeah, that label on mine says it's a specific kind of laser light that you have to wear goggles with.
It also say, point in the eye. Point in the eye. Where's Deuce 5 when you need him?
Yeah.
Deuce 5, we're going to need a translation there on aisle 6, please. And because if that is real, that is bad assery right there.
That's like surface of the sun hot, hitting that metal. It's just melting.
Ken's at 125 says, Missy, you seem so meek and timid. Oh, you ain't never done talk to Missy 13, have you? When she opens her mouth, and you can tell she will kick your ass. I am not kidding. Sweet Ray, Fry goes on CNN, says, what's an impulse? MPLS. Oh, Minneapolis. Okay. Says Minneapolis will go back to a thriving city when ICE let us have our daycares. In otherworldly, let the fraud continue. Can you translate that for me, please?
I do not know what this.
Okay. Appreciate it. Sir Rat Bastard says Japan uses them for tree trimming. Somalians or lasers?
Oh, Fry says, Fry goes on CNN and says Minneapolis will go back to a thriving city when ICE lets us have our daycares. In other words, let the fraud continue.
Gotcha. You did a good job of that.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Well,
kind of hot.
Sometimes I have to translate for your stuff, so that's how I learned.
Is that a jab? Because that felt like a jab. Dick. Here's a where's Local 10 News? I don't even know, but here's hoping that you don't have a. I'm just gonna play it from the beginning because
Brett looks a little feminine. I'm just gonna say.
What is that lately? There have been a lot of gay reporters. Nashville has several others. Like, wow. Okay. I mean, it's like in your face. Wow. But you didn't used to know. Wasn't it better when you just couldn't tell? Wasn't it better when they just shut their damn mouth? You didn't know which one was which, huh, Ron? Wasn't that better that way when you went into the bar? You knew who to talk to.
Yep.
That's what you always used to tell me. Remember that? How you tell me about all those times in the... Shit, that was one of those conversations I wasn't supposed to say anything about. Anyway.
Right now at 3:30, a food delivery robot gets stuck on the Bright Line train tracks and it's smashed. It was all caught on camera, so our Local 10's Brett Neese speaking to residents in the area.
Listen to what she's saying.
Sorry. Right now at 3:30, a food delivery robot gets stuck on the Bright Line train tracks and is smashed. It was all caught on camera, so our Local 10's Brett Neese speaking to residents in the area about it. He is live in Fort Lauderdale with more on what this could all be about. Brett.
It was a part. I think it was the last sentence. What all this could be about? Well, I'm going to guess a robot got stuck on the train tracks and then a train hit it. Back to you. Hey.
Come on.
How you doing?
Well, Caroline and Ginny, so many of these food robots are able to get through busy.
Can't really tell though when he talks, can you? He doesn't have the gay voice going on.
Intersections like this one in Fort Lauderdale, they're able to do it safely. But this
it came out a little bit there.
This particular robot stuck on the tracks, it met its match, and it begs the question, has the technology behind some of these robots outpaced public safety?
That made no sense what he just said. Has the technology behind some of these robots outpaced public safety?
I would think it's just the opposite.
Right. Thank you, Chuck. Or as the words I'm saying, he was not very instigatory, was he?
No, Bradley.
Don't ever mess with a wordsmith. Back that ass up, baby.
Oh, it's gonna crush it. Oh, it's gonna crush it.
A helpless food delivery robot
The food delivery robot doesn't know jack shit about a train.
A
but
helpless
it's
food
helpless.
delivery robot. Help me. I'm a food delivery robot. Just help me.
Right now,
there's a train.
Right now, the robot is texting its corporate office, going, "Help! I'm stuck."
Hey. We didn't go over this in training. What do I do? It's a big train.
Wonder whose
I
food
think
was
I
in
know
it.
him.
Wonder if he was delivering food or had delivered food. That would make a
stuck
little
on the
bit
tracks as a train barrels towards it. Unable to do anything for the little guy, bystanders can only watch as the train
honked. It's like, hey, hey, hey,
crushes it.
Oh, good Lord.
Sometimes that's the way Mondays feel, doesn't it?
And whatever food was inside.
Wow. You evil bastard.
That dude sounded like the Joker. That's funny.
Wow. I mean, what a dick.
No! The impact enough to cause the Bright Line to come to a temporary stop.
Because it was at a station, probably.
Scary, and I mean, glad it's just a robot, but that it needs to be better managed.
Glad it was just a robot. I think robots have right. Robot lives matter. Can you imagine if there was glad it was just a Japanese person.
The robot should have gotten out of the way. The Bright Line doesn't stop for anybody.
As more and more of these food robots hit the sidewalks,
Again, we can put a man on the moon, sort of, but we cannot, for whatever reason, and I can't remember the technical name of the effect. But when you see wheels on television or in movies, they always appear to be going backwards. They never.
It's just a robot, but that it needs to be better managed.
I think the robot should have gotten out of the way. The Bright Line doesn't stop for anybody.
as more and more of these food robots hit the sidewalk.
And it's a frame rate versus revolutions per minute thing, but for whatever reason, that is something that's never been fixed in cameras.
More and more have issues.
He looks like he's got a little face, doesn't he?
Which made it more personal.
He kind of looks like he hit, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a what's her Holly Hunter? He's got like a Holly Hunter mouth talking out of one side of it over there. See, I'm Captain He.
Like this one, its wheels stuck off the side of the curb. Fortunately for it, two people passing by stopped to save it, and with a pat.
Look, see, it's got a little face too. It's got a little face on the front.
After he patted it?
On the back, sent it on its way.
I think sometimes these cameras where it's self-driving autonomous vehicles, they can't really see the full picture of what's going around.
Automated AI, all of that is really, really scary. I think people need to be a little more concerned than they are.
Is she one of those wackies who thinks that AI is going to take over the world?
You've seen them in Brickell, downtown Miami, Miami Beach, and now
is it showing off for that other robot that just went past?
That's what I was going to ask. Was that another robot?
Automated AI, all of that is really, really scary. I think people need to be a little more concerned than they are.
Like,
you've seen them in Brickell, downtown Miami, Miami Beach.
One. How many of these damn things are running around the streets of Orlando? And a chicken. Notice a chicken in the background?
Oh, I see it.
Oh,
you can't hang on.
There's a chicken up there. It's behind me.
There you go. Yeah.
There's a chicken back there. Huh.
And now they're taking over Fort Lauderdale, receiving mixed reactions from those who live here.
I used to work on Brickell. We saw them all the time. Again, it's taking away jobs for others, delivery, especially delivery people. But it is convenient.
And you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't eat part of your lunch when it's delivering it to you. You know, there was a scale at the Wendy's that we went to in, I think it was outside of Memphis. On the counter is a scale. I'd never seen that before. I'm like, why is there a scale on your counter? She said that's for like Uber Eats and all the rest of it. So when they have an Uber Eats or some food delivery order, they weigh it.
That's like zip lines. The zip line stuff here at the Walmart, it can't be more than 8 pounds. So they weigh it before.
No, it's not. It's not about weighing. It's to find out if any of it's been eaten by the time the delivery driver goes to deliver it. It's because
they're
they
going to
have
weigh it on the other end.
Apparently that if you are a customer and you say, hey, I didn't get the hamburger that you said was in my order. And they can say what it weighed.
Here's what it weighed.
Whatever it was.
Yes,
when it left here. Right. And so it's a big enough problem that apparently there are those
hungry Uber drivers.
Some of them.
Yeah.
And they've done videos on that before too. Like an Uber driver or whatever it is will, hey, this sure was a good sandwich. All right, a quick, and then a new sponsor of the Daily Mojo, I think, on the other side of this whole thing.
Radio with an attitude. This is your Daily Mojo.
And that other guy, I think his name's Ron Phillips. Ron Phillips, everybody, and we're here to help you get through another Monday. Monday. Daily Mojo, it's a Daily Mojo, and I'm ready for the week.
Your Daily Mojo.
Yeah, it's a Daily Mojo. It's a Daily Mojo. It's a Daily Mojo.
Who was just saying, oh, there it is, back quarters says, Florida is so crazy. Robots and wild chickens. That's Florida. And they can vote. So can the chickens. Dr. Magneto, lots of chickens running around Waikiki, too. Waikiki. Do you know that because you're there right now? And Key West is another. And don't F with the chickens in Key West.
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to at all. Yeah.
You tried that once, didn't you?
No, but I saw him.
You were dicking with a chicken, weren't you?
I wasn't dicking with a chicken.
There will be no dicking with the chickens here in Key West. Yeah, every rule, remember, came about because somebody did said thing. Up in, let's see, where did it? Oh, it's right here. This would be the story of why, if you're in Wyoming, the 911 thing I mentioned a little bit earlier, that if you're in Wyoming and you don't call 911 on somebody who's having a health issue, you could be held liable.
Oh, you could be sued, yeah.
Which is a little crazy.
It's like a requirement for the Good Samaritan.
But before we get there, a new sponsor of the program, back when we made good war toys here in the United States of America.
I am the Remco Frogman. On land, a commando with rifle, watch, crash helmet, and walkie-talkie.
Strangely shaped mouth.
Frogman alert! Change to underwater gear.
This is like the lowest effort commercial for a toy. We're just going to lay him down on the ground and take shots of him.
Spear gun. Weight belt with shark knife. Face mask. Aqua lungs. My orders. Explore shallow water with snorkel.
Is that jet of water coming out his butt?
My motor-driven propeller powers me. My
it is, isn't it?
Guide me. The deep dive. A dangerous assignment. New worlds. New adventure. Marker boy tracks me.
That sounded gay without really sounding gay, didn't it?
It did, because he
Marker
said
boy
Bowie.
tracks me.
Too deep. Too deep.
Too deep. Too deep.
Lifeline brings me to the surface. The realistic Remco.
That
Damn,
thing
that's
is huge.
way bigger than I thought it was.
I know. That's a shape.
Sorry. Here, I'll get it. There you go.
That thing's huge.
Damn.
When I saw it,
that thing's
like,
about
holy
4
crap.
times the size I thought it was.
Imagine the fun we could have with that. You didn't tell me it was life size. Oh, hell, I want 4 of them.
Frogman is now available wherever fine toys are sold. $11.98 for both land and water. Remember, every boy wants a Remco toy, and so do girls.
It's a hell of a price.
But mostly boys. What was it? $11.98.
$11.98 for a damn near life size.
And let me just tell you that if you go to eBay and look them up, they are $250 now.
Wow.
You have to, if it's still in the box.
Yeah.
It's, because there are a lot of little pieces and parts, but it's like, there's just a really low effort spot. and the look, he looks like the guy in Jaws who just saw the shark. and the mouth, that I think that was the other thing that got me, is like, what hold on a second.
With rifle, watch, crash helmet.
he looks like he looks like a freaking car crash dummy. What do you call him? Crash test dummy. Yeah.
And he's just like laying there like a beached whale on the ground, and he does. He's ready for his next mission.
He's
here.
Yelling into his radio.
He's
Hello?
a quadriplegic apparently, but he can.
Talkie. Frogman alert!
Frogman alert! I can't move. Someone come get me. I've got my rifle, but I can't move it.
Change to underwater gear.
Change
There
to
is
underwater. How
nothing-
the hell do I do that?
Nothing in that image indicates he's like 4 feet tall.
No, there's nothing for scale in any of this. And it's like you get, holy crap.
Weight belt.
He's huge.
With shark knife.
Which again, things Don Lemon loves to hear.
Face mask. Aqua lungs. My orders.
I like the way they did bother to put the splash sound in. A weird spot. But up in Wyoming, as I was saying, there is a new bill, House Bill 47, and it would basically criminalize. Is a misdemeanor? Does that make you a criminal, or do you have to have a felony to be a
Not
criminal,
really.
technically?
Not a misdemeanor. Yeah.
Proposed bill would make bystanders criminally liable. All right. If they don't call 911. And the reason this happened is because a
many
dad
phones.
is grieving his son.
Yep, too many phones. People whip out their phones to record it instead of helping.
Well, it's not even the reason that he's pissed off that nobody. He's mad that the girlfriend, it's the son on the right, I think, who died at dinner, of all places, and the girlfriend didn't call. She had a phone, didn't call 911. No, we don't really know why. May 25, 27-year-old Casper resident Coleman Claney. He's the one on the right, died from a peculiar case of acidosis. The coroner and our family doctor said if he'd gotten medical attention fast enough, he'd still be here. His father, Buddy Claney, who believes his son's living girlfriend understood the need for medical attention but chose not to solicit help. She had control. She could have called 911 and they could have done something and saved him, but she never did. So the father, obviously the father's, is that a family? That looks like a family, doesn't it? I mean,
It does look like a family.
Everybody looks alike. It's sponsored by Steve Harshman, a Republican. In Casper, the bill would build on the growing nationwide trend in Good Samaritan laws, a movement which don't try to legislate morality. It does not work, ever. A movement that it should be innate. If you have the right people in your country, it is innate. If you get the wrong people in your country, it's not so innate anymore. And no one's less happy about that than Nate and Don Lamon. A movement that sprung in the 2010s from the opioid epidemic, spikes in drug-related deaths. Most of these laws encourage intervention by giving limited immunity to people who report drug overdoses. Different from other Samaritan efforts, Harshman's approach relies on a stick rather than a carrot to prod people to act, with the possibility of imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000 if the failure to assist results in the death of another person. How in the hell are you going to be able to prove that? And again, this is where it is very scary for our to be involved with the court system, because even if you can prove it, doesn't mean anything's going to happen. Here's the bill, House Bill 0047, Duty to Assist During Emergencies. It is a bill for, verbiage of said bill is, an act relating to crimes and offenses specifying a requirement for persons to assist others at risk of serious bodily injury or death, creating a criminal offense for the failure to assist, specifying penalties, and providing for an effective date. No person shall be liable under this section if the person provides assistance to the other person in accordance with another piece of legislation, or the person would incriminate himself by providing information to law enforcement or an emergency medical care provider in complying with subsection A of the. That's an interesting little paragraph, isn't it? The person would incriminate himself. A person who fails to assist as required under subsection A of this section shall be guilty of a misdemeanor punishable by imprisonment for not more than 6 months, a fine of not more than $750, or both, if the failure to assist results in the other person suffering serious bodily injury, imprisonment for not more than 1 year, a fine of not more than $2,000, or both, if the failure to assist results in the death of the other person. this, bad idea.
Yeah.
Bad idea. And I'm guessing that, and I don't know this, but I have a feeling that the dad here might have some money.
Quite possible. Yeah.
And it's maybe he just donated to this guy's campaign. I don't know. Again, I feel for the guy. The girlfriend may be a total douche canoe herself and did not call 911, didn't call for help, foreign nefarious or not. I don't know. Don't know the backstory. But still, if it is just the case of a father grieving because his son has died and he's mad and because we all want to find somebody, we need to find the responsible party for the death of a loved one when it's not, old age. We all want to be able to blame somebody.
Yeah.
Missy 13 says, see, I don't trust these new bills. There's usually something behind it, even when it sounds good. It's a feel-good motion, not a law. $2,000, ridiculous. Oh, and OD coverage. Yeah. Back quarter. Oh, that would probably be the person would incriminate himself by providing information. What if you're the dealer? What if you're the dealer dropping off the gear?
Yeah.
The yak, as it were. What else do you call heroin? You had that word for it, you said.
I don't know what you call heroin.
Oh, crap. That was another one of those conversations. Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Mm-hmm.
I get my inner voice confused sometimes with my outer voice. What if it was... One of these things is not like the other. What if it was, I don't know, the only witness to the crime was a bird?
Yeah. There is a Twizzy.
Do you remember? Oh, glad you reminded me.
Yeah.
What'd you have to say?
Oh, what do I have to say? Well, back when the January 6th stuff in 2021, of course, there was a lot of talk about insurrection. And now there's a lot of talk about the Insurrection Act as it deals with Minnesota. That's the topic of today's Twizzy.
The way I see it, this is Ron's wonky perspective on life.
Oh, if there's one thing that's got the lefty lunatics losing their minds up in Minnesota, it's President Trump dangling the Insurrection Act like a carrot in front of a donkey that doesn't even know it's a jackass. You remember Minneapolis, right? The same clown show that birthed defund the police and George Floyd now has anti-ICE riots exploding faster than a fireworks stand in a brush fire. Protesters, or should I say professional chaos agitators, are hurling rocks, fireworks, and who knows what else at our federal agents, all because ICE dared to do its job and enforce the law after that fatal shooting almost 2 weeks ago. And the Governor Walz, the guy who let the city smolder during the Floyd riots, is now puffing his chest, prepping the National Guard like he's auditioning for a bad remake of Red Dawn. But get this, he's hinting at using them against federal officers. Talk about biting the hand that secures your borders. Does anyone think the National Guard in Minnesota will stand for all that? I do not. Enter Trump stage right with the Insurrection Act in his back pocket. That glorious 1807 law that's basically the presidential equivalent of calling in the cavalry when states and their governors drop the ball. He's threatening to invoke it and deploy up to 1,500 troops to federalize the Guard and stomp out this nonsense once and for all. That would make for one hell of a quandary for the troops deployed in Minnesota because they're definitely not going to fight each other. What'll that accomplish? Well, ideally, it would result in restoring law and order faster than you can say build the wall. It'll back up our ICE heroes and local cops who are out there dodging bottles, rocks, and whatever else is flying in from the peanut gallery while these snowflakes chant about abolishing borders. No more coddling criminals. It'll send the agitators scattering like roaches when the lights kick on, protect our communities from this imported anarchy, and remind everyone that America isn't a free-for-all buffet for lawbreakers. Walz and his crew can virtue signal all they want, but Trump's move would crush the rebellion, secure the streets, and make Minneapolis safe again. Because nothing says peace like a swift boot to the ass end of disorder. So support the blue, back the badge, and let's invoke that act already. That'll shut them up. I'm Ron Phillips, and that's the way I see it.
The way I see it is only on the Daily Mojo.com.
mornings bright with Brad and Ron. They keep it funky tight. News, laughs, and the moves that feel so right. It's the Daily Mojo, keeping the world in sight.
The Daily Mojo.
Freebie 38 said, Ron calls crack Misty. We all know that. My brain hurts after that one. I don't know what. I used to be certified in CPR, says Sweet Ray. I think I did at one time too.
I used to teach it. CPR.
They don't do the mouth thing much anymore, do they?
Yeah, and chest compressions is all different now, and yeah.
And didn't they stop? I know somebody who would know the answer to this question, but I'm not going to ask them. But didn't they stop the whole mouth breathing part because of the Rona?
You may be right. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I'll find out soon. I did find the over on eBay. There's one of the, if you want to get the Frogman, 1961. Good grief!
Wow,
that is 64 years old. That looks pretty good. And still, even in that picture, it doesn't look like he's as big as he is, does it? $250. $250 make you holler.
Yeah, I forgot that was a black and white commercial, so he is really blue.
He's in color. He's a colored. He's a colored doll.
Wow.
Who knew? He is Whitey McWhiterson up underneath there. You can. He still looks like a murder victim.
Oh, they got a ruler back there. What is it? Can you see it?
Yeah, but I think it's
probably
in
24.
Italian.
Oh, maybe.
It looks like
it's got Italian numbers. Is that?
I think so. Where's this thing? Oh, it's in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, so it's definitely Italian. Who's it? Freebie 38. Is it who just sent this? Put this up on the. No, it's Clock Tower. Sorry, Clock Tower drunk. The AI takeover clock. Jobs automated so far 16 million and counting. AI jobs created 29 million. So we're at a net gain so far. AI compute power. Is that in that's in flops? I think I used to know what that meant, but I don't anymore. And then AI patents filed since January 1st, 25, 78,000. Good grief. AI generated content, estimated words. Wow, that is going faster than the national debt clock. And it's about the same number so far.
Yeah.
See, 100 million, billion, yeah, 38 trillion and counting. Ethical concern level is still at
250 billion. Is that what that is? Million.
Well, I'm looking at the little thingy there.
Oh.
Ethical concern level. Is that code orange? Oh.
Not yet red. Yeah.
I guess. AI is not going to take over the world. It's not going to happen. I think it's an unreasonable fear because people want something to worry about. Don't we? We all want something to worry about. You could be like Don Lamon and worry about things like that. Oh, before I forget about this, I put so many things over here and then I forget about them. It's the Allie and Nino man and woman statue. It's in Georgia, not the state, the country. And this is what it do. It takes 10 minutes in real time for this thing to move through its paces. So this is time lapse. But when they get close,
can you imagine the engineering that went into this?
They never touch.
They never touch.
It's really a cool piece of art. By the way, you just did a dad thing. You need to see Dr. Rick.
What?
About becoming your parents. You just said, you know how much engineering went into this? Because that's that's just so cool. And there's something it's probably the music that gets you, the emotional part, but it's just it's just awesome. The way that thing looks and the way it moves. And just seeing them go through each other like that, it's... What happened to their arms? Where'd their arms go?
I don't know.
I mean, they've got everything else. Why don't they have arms? Now I'm sad because they don't have arms. They can never hold hands. You realize that, right? So in addition to never being able to really touch each other, they can't hold hands. I can see why they don't have arms, by the way. Because what a mechanical and logistical nightmare that would have been. Oof. Right? That would have been... This is neat. Really cool. Anyway, human beings, again, we say it all the time here. Human beings are capable of amazing things, of amazing artwork and amazing technology and amazing deeds that are good. Good stuff. But by the same token, or at the same time, they can be such dicks. I'm being told by someone who should knows they do mouth breathing in certified training. Compressions only works for most people. Drownings are when you need breaths. There you go.
There you go.
Plus, who wants to... Do you really, after the smeg, do you really want to be popping your lips on some unknown rando on the ground? Because, no, I don't. I mean, if they're hot. You're like, here's my opportunity. I mean, they're unconscious. What are they going to do? Sue me? Notice I use the them, they pronouns that way. Did you see I think it's in the finale, the season finale of Landman. I've not seen the whole thing, but the
yes,
non-binary roommate.
Yep. Well, it got everybody in an uproar in episode 7, but then they kind of closed it out and quote unquote fixed it. In episode.
Well, 8, I didn't see why. All I've seen is the scene of when Ainsley meets the non-binary roommate.
Yeah,
and they did such a good job of really bringing out the annoying quality.
Yes.
Of the they thems.
Yep.
Because why? And Ainsley, who bless her heart,
was the perfect response.
Why would you call it they them when there's only one?
Why would you use plural pronouns when it's just one person?
Yep. And she's just, you can't get mad at Ainsley because she's just so cute and sweet.
Yeah.
And she's just asking because she doesn't have an agenda. She's really like, I really want to.
The girl who plays Ainsley, Michelle Randolph, Ainsley is in the show 17 years old. Michelle Randolph is 28. I'm like,
is she really?
Yeah.
Wow. She does a really good job, and Ali Larder does a good job at playing a ditzy wife. Ditzy is not the right word. Ainsley's definitely ditzy.
Yeah.
The wife is, and Ali Larder's always been, I believe, is the word I would use to describe her. Just saying. This is, I do have just enough time. I'll have to get to the bird. And the bird is worth getting to, but I want to get to this prior to the bird. And this is...
Former energy official claims an attack on an American power grid was terrorism.
We do have a known vulnerability in our system.
The cyber attacks were in the energy sectors.
There was a sophisticated hack on a U.S. public utility into the actual control systems.
We now know that attack on as few as 9 grid substations could bring down all 3 major interconnections for the United States grid. Yet these critical grid substations still stand unguarded and largely unprotected today.
We haven't done anything to protect the civilian electric grid.
If the grid went down, the electric utilities would be fumbling around in the dark to bring back up the grid in what's called a black start. The energy sector has never realistically planned for such a situation.
There's no plan to do it. We don't know if we can do it.
Dr. Peter Pry.
A black start
He's
could
dead now.
Easily fail.
Talking about effects that could essentially end America as we know it.
Power grid is fragile. Everything from communication to environmental control
to financial transactions, to food distribution, you name it, the power grid, it underlies all of that.
This is one that they're not prepared to deal with. That's a fact.
The electric power industries, they don't want the average American to know about this.
We're really being taken over by a corporate agenda rather than a public agenda.
Basically, we've done almost nothing to protect our electric infrastructure.
It became a highly classified matter. Our enemies had this information, but the American people didn't have it.
The grid could even be taken down by an EMP missile launched off the coast of California.
That is the worst nightmare.
This happens, the system stops. 9 out of 10 of us wouldn't make it.
It has military implications. This has implications for domestic security.
We know that it could have a footprint many times larger than the worst hurricane event. It's the kind of thing that should really be keeping policymakers awake at night.
You know how old this trailer is?
Well,
8 years.
Yeah, ironically, I produced shows for 3 of the people that were in that clip just now, and I didn't realize it. But Peter Pry, we used to produce a show for him, and he was the big EMP guy. He's the one that knew all about it and would scare the shit out of you every time he opened his mouth. It's just he's gone now. But
the weird thing about this is that one of the dudes, Tom Popick or Popick, I don't know if that. He is a what was his title? Foundation for Resilient Societies.
Yeah.
What is that? What is the Foundation for Resilient Societies? Do you have any idea?
No, but it sounds like if we had an EMP, how would people survive it? That would be the Resilient Society, I guess, right?
The Foundation for Resilient Societies is a nonprofit organization engaged in scientific research and education with the goal of protecting technologically advanced societies from infrequently occurring natural and man-made disasters.
Yeah.
And the foundation has it's an office somewhere, and I thought this is one of those organizations that I've never heard of, and I don't know, it just sounded a little sus to me. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, but the whole EMP thing, again, don't forget protectmymojo.com.
Yeah.
I mean, this is obviously still a threat, and it's still out there.
It's been a threat for years and years, and it doesn't seem like anybody is doing anything about it.
Which leads me to believe it might be kind of like the national debt. Maybe there is nothing to be done. Maybe you do have to protect yourself and look out for number one in this case, which I think is a good idea at any point.
What do you mean it's let's go?
Yep, kind of went back quickly today because it's Monday after all. That was 2 hours, just flew right on by for a Monday, the 19th day already of January, the year of our Lord 2026. Good grief. How are we already at January 19th? Are we not in a time warp? Does it not feel like was it just not Friday yesterday? It really is strange. Anyway, you may learn a damn thing during the course of the program. Find out. Look over here at the Rumble chat room. He cannot tell what Ewan Guru says he cannot tell me what they do, just they talk about it. There are days I do feel like I've had a stroke at the end of this program, and it's like, I know you're speaking English to me, but I don't know what it says. Original Babe, the power wouldn't be out for long, or how would they track and trace us? Wow, you're one of them conspiracy types, ain't you, babe? Huh? She's one of those. She thinks they're out to get us. Sir Rad Bastard says, God bless this nation and its citizens. Absolutely. I learned I'm older, John Klatt says. Yeah, that does. Yeah. Pika Pool says, was that food delivery bot named Doc? That's an excellent question. It's exactly it will be what I think of whenever I see a train hit anything until the day I die, most likely. Yep. Which I'm just hoping that one day, the day that I'm going to die, I don't look up and see an Amtrak train. I mean, I guess it could happen that way, but the odds are likely against it happening that way. But if it does, I hope somebody has a bet on it because you're going to make a lot of money. See, Peekapoo says, is Ron saying don't make him angry, that we wouldn't like him when he's angry? Do you like him when he's not angry?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And Beach Girl says haggard. You know what that means, right?
No.
Haggard. You know what haggard means?
No.
Oh, come on.
I know what haggis
Deb Treadway says haggis. It's kind of like haggard. It's when you eat haggis and then afterward you have to burp. That's a haggard.
You feel a little haggard.
Don't forget that. Right. Don't forget that we the people must hang together, otherwise we shall certainly hang separately. 6 Temperature Tyrannus. Resist stupid. Good night, Doc Thompson.
Wherever you are. Love you.
And didn't you have a couple of other things that you wanted to put? Wasn't there? Are you
Watch
sure?
and listen at thedailymojo.com.